Hello everyone. Today we will be talking about Unit 4 Biological Basis of Behavior. This is according to UGC Net Psychology Syllabus. So today we will be talking about neurons, the basic structure and functions. So let's start with the cell body. This entire thing you see, it's the cell body. The cell body is also called the soma. Now, what is the work or function of soma or the cell body? It provides life processes to the cell. Also, it contains the nucleus. It also contains other things as well, like mitochondria and other things. Next, we will be talking about the dendrites. These fibrous tree-like structure we see, these are the dendrites. What is the work of dendrite? These are the recipient of messages. Now what messages? So you can see this is cell number 1, suppose, and this is a cell number 2. Now one cell sends message to the other cell. This is how it works. So this cell is sending message to this cell. Now how will this cell accept it? Through dendrites. So dendrites are called the recipient of messages. And these dendrites are again getting the messages from another cell from here. If there is a cell here, it's getting messages from this cell, and these dendrites are receiving those messages. Next, we will be talking about axon. This long, narrow thing which you see, this is the axon. Now, what does axon do? It is usually covered with myelin sheath and it carries information, from cell bodies, which is the soma, to terminal buttons. Now what info? The same info we are talking about here. These messages which dendrites are receiving, it's coming from here to here to here. So what is the work of axon? It carries the information from cell body to the terminal buttons. Now that we have talked about terminal buttons, let's see what these are. So these are the terminal buttons. Okay, so what does this terminal button do? So when these messages are traveling downwards from the cell body through the axon, it reaches them, this terminal button, and it secretes a chemical into the synapse. We'll talk about synapse just in a second, but what are these chemicals? These chemicals are actually neurotransmitters. Now the synapse is this. If I remove, what are they saying? The synapse is the space between the terminal buttons and the dendrites, the next cell. If I zoom it in, this is one cell. Terminal button, if I talk about, this is the accepting cell. So this gap is the synapse. Now this terminal button is releasing these chemicals, which are the neurotransmitters, and this cell is accepting them. What accepts? Which part of the cell accepts? The dendrites. Synapse is just the gap between two cells. Moving on to the myelin sheath. Now you see these beads-like structure, that is the myelin sheath. A very famous question I've seen in different exams is, what is myelin sheath made up of? It's mostly made up of 80% lipid. Lipids are fat, and 20% proteins. What is the work of myelin sheath? It allows electrical impulses to transmit very quickly. Quickly and very efficiently along the nerve cells, and this also insulates most axon from the another axon. What is the other one? Insulates most axons from another. So this is the basic structure of the neuron, and these are the basic functions which each of them have. If you have any questions, you can leave them down below or email me. Thank you so much for listening. Have a good day.